Hello, baby Grinch. Are you in a Christmas mood? Let's do some Git administration. Nope. Yep. Nope. No, I guess. Yes. I'll now use IBP again instead of BIP. No, instead of PIB, PIB. So the P at the end. So it's an iterator Boolean pair. And I want to commit those changes. So wherever I'm replacing res with IBP, I'll just commit it. This is more than one thing. So no for the usage detector, but yes for the IBP. That's a big one again. Only IBP stiff? Seems so. And again. Nope. 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 No. That's a default constructor. Yeah, that's a no, that was a no. And it is IBP again. So that's a yes. Yes. And this 2. Included it twice. No. No, anyway, I guess. Oh my god, so much. Holy moly. Well, this is all namespace debug stuff. No, sure, no. Nope. 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 No. 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 I think it should just highlight IBP. That's got to be a major thing. So there is an IBP here. It's both. It's a mixture. Damn. Yeah, I'm still gonna say no, I guess. Even if I split it up. And that's a no. Because I could edit it, maybe. Really? Again, a mixture. Hey, Post Bunny. YBB. Nope. Wait. Must be a plus. And that should be no. 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 Yes. 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 Print flag declarations? I don't think so. Okay, no. And that was everything. Hello, Mokoko Love. Git diff. Yeah, we'll just look at that. Git commit, I guess. No, git status maybe. There is a unused file. What is it? Untracked files? Not really. And then yeah, nah. Guess I can commit that. Hello, Gabriel. Okay. Time for some analysis. Okay, so we code up here. And the reason is that we're trying to insert in this, what is it, map or something. We're trying to insert with key combined image sampler top. You can also just look at this string here. Combined image sampler top. And that is already in there. And the reason it's already in there is because we did exactly the same thing, the last fill. And the core dump is just an assertion, and assertion says, do not do that twice. So, yeah. Now I have that highlighted. This is the map that contains stuff with this is key, and this key does already exist. So scroll up. So I have it working now, by the way, so more or less. Well, not everything I would like, but it prints that whenever this map is used, it prints it. So usage, and then we see that this thing is being used. So here we call binding on it is read access. And here also calling binding on that thing, on an element of that map. And that is all done before we start fill index 1. Let's see, here's fill index 1. So during fill index 0, it's being filled and used. And then we begin fill index 1. And then we just we do it again. But that's not allowed. Now then, the question is, if I want to do it again, when should I clear this map so that it is empty again? Because I don't want to insert stuff, I don't want to add stuff when I start over. I just want to insert into an empty map then, at that point. This is not an easy question. Anyway, we are calling binding on it twice. And it's not really used a lot. There's an add member here. And I have a add shader resource variables, read access. Sorry, not add, just shader resource variables, and that is a read access on it. Doesn't change it. Add member definitely changes it, so this is the culprit. This is the problem. or we add that thing and then later do that again. Well, no, not exactly. Actually, the problem is adding this key in the map. And then after we add it, we also call add member on it. But it's kind of the same thing, I guess. I mean, it's a unity. We add it and then we add a member. We should only add it into the map once and then call add member on it. So those two things go together, inserting and calling add member. Here's the insert. So this is the first insert then, and then add member is being called. Now, you could say, well, just don't do it a second time, but I do want to do it a second time after clearing it if the result is different. I do not want to do it a second time, just redo it and then get the same result. That would be a waste of CPU. So the question is, sorry, what goes in it? And if you ask me, this is a construction. And then I'm scrolling up. Hopefully we don't see anything anymore and except fill index is 0. Because how can you use it if you don't insert something? The map is empty at the moment. Oh. And this is the construction of the map. We still have that. I think I missed the fill index. Let's add that. I have match regular expression, highlight all matches. So it's a regular expression anyway, so I'm going to add fill index. Apparently you need to escape the thing. Dude, why is it not working? Very sure I can match regular expressions here, so why not? No, today it doesn't work. What the hell? And now? No, even this doesn't work anymore. Or maybe it did work, but I mean it's still highlighted. Let's go to fill index is one thing, if I can find that. Or is it this? Fill index. Yeah, it just works. Ridiculous. But it does not want to jump. This thing is insane. Anyway, fill index now jumps out, so I'm gonna scroll up again. Add member. insertion. Yeah, there it is. Fill index is 0. So the map is constructed, and then at fill index 0 we are constructing a shader resource declaration, which is then inserted into this map. Here, this insert. Okay, so now I can start looking at what is actually going in there. This thing makes a link between string and an actual shader resource object, of which we can have, I think, multiple, but yeah, they're kind of unique anyway. I don't think it hurts to keep it in there, because it cannot change, as it were. Descriptor type is a combined image sampler. That should not change either. Set index hint. That is all too difficult. I think I wrote something that is just too difficult. Should not have written it. Or I should, start from scratch with crystal clear in my mind what I want to do. Not gonna happen, especially the last part. Sebastian, yeah, 2 years now. The vulkan part, that is. Standard less vulkan descriptor layout member combination top. Anyway, yeah, well, at some point you just have to go with intuition instead of crystal clear understanding. I have the feeling that I'm not interested in changing this. It should not be changed. And since it should not be changed, it should not be cleared and reinserted. It should not be reinserted. That is the thing, yeah. Now, read access. Add member then should also happen only once. It's a fake member anyway. And then we get only read access, and since the thing never changes, that read access is just fine. So yeah, not doing it twice means that indeed I should not get here. So the whole core dump is completely correct, isn't it? it seems to me that the core dump is completely correct. Okay, so now if I look at the core dump, it says mglslid full of each combined image sampler must be unique. And of course, don't register the same shader resource twice. And that is being called from realize shader resource declaration. Yeah, and I said it before, 2 streams ago, when I first run into this very assert, or maybe 3 days ago even, that the name of this function is at the very least very confusing, and that if I use realize, I mean that I either create it or I look it up in a cache. And apparently I'm not looking it up in a cache. Apparently I'm not looking it up in a cache. Yeah, and then there is this shader resource declaration stuff. You know, if you look up here, let's see what we get back. It is calling realize shader resource declaration at this point here. And then we call add member on that. I definitely do not want to do that again. No. So it's not a realize. If this was a realize and it would return a cached value, then the member was already added. And I think I did start it with adding code that just returned null pointer when it already existed, so I could skip this. But it kind of seems just better if I can avoid to call this at all. Prepare combined image sampler declaration. And I like this comment, yes. So this function is called once for each combined image sampler. That was passed to a call to add combined image sampler. That is what it should do. I just don't want it to get here twice. Is this the final? Is this my final decision? I do not want to get here more than once for an added thing. Up. Combined image sampler updater. Add shader stage prepare. Okay, but I'm doing it after being filled. Why? There must be a reason for that. So I think that it is a matter of, you know, just doing it for newly added shader resources. So what exactly? That would mean that I would allow adding a new shader resource, but not allowing adding the same one twice. That might be kind of silly. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe too restrictive, let's say. So I'm calling like at combined image sampler. God, that thing has its own task. Okay, yeah, this is a task that can update it. Is in update descriptor sets. So it does represent. So we only should do that once. And how do I when, what, where, how? Descriptor task. Combined image sampler. Register shader resource. Required shader resource plus characteristic list. And place shader resource. And adding characteristic range. And fill index. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, okay. I'm vaguely getting it. So, and required shader resource plus characteristic list. Right. Yeah, okay. So I do have to do this because every fill index, yeah, even if everything is the same, the fill index is different. So I do need a new shader resource plus characteristic thing because the fill index is different. Doesn't feel right, but so I do want to add it to this vector, aka to this variable here. So I do want to call this mplace back. Yes. Register shader resource. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting, if I add this, adding it to, really, I'm adding it to this thing, right? That, okay. And then at some point we call this prepare shader resource declarations. See, and that read logs that same thing. Okay. There's something else that it is doing here. Fill set index hints. That doesn't seem right if it doesn't change, or yeah. Set index hints. List. This thing constant. Nope. Yeah, this should only be done when I need to recompile, really. But let's say that wait a minute, is that really true? Well, this should only be done when I need to recompile anyway. This part. I think then this part should only be called for shader resources that are new. Or do I miss something? Anyway, this is the shader resource. Set key to set index hint is filled. Prepare shader resource declaration. Actually no. I just followed this as well. Yeah. So it looks like this is it is possible that we get here for extended size of this this map here, and we only want to process the new additions so that they are getting processed once. So what if I do check if this is the only place where that is being called? Void virtual seems to be. So going to do it like this, which then means that I need a new function prepared in shader resource base. Dude, it's all in the description. And prepared. The shader resource. They are split. Okay. Add shader stage. No, set them get here. Prepare is true. Okay, let's do it like that. No, what? I guess that there is no. tell. Shader resource base. Prepare shader resource declaration. It is a virtual. It is a pure virtual. It definitely has to be implemented then for my combined image sampler. That doesn't make sense. Oh, like that. It is the combined image sampler updater. Okay. It's still killing my audio, isn't it? Yeah. Going to remove the const, if that is possible though. Because you never know. What is the reason that it is const? Let's see where it is called. And that is const here. Why is it const? Because this is read-only locked. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. But if it make this mutable, then does it not have to be atomic? I don't think so. Probably not, due to very difficult reasons. So yeah, let's leave it like that. It compiles. Yeah, back at this assert. Which was weird in itself as well. I think this really has to do with the fact that I'm not clearing it. AKA we are doing this, we are accessing this thing. And wait, size. Let's call an insert here. Yeah, well, I think I'm better look at the backtrace. Holy moly, we have images. Wow. These are two images. They are gray, but they are images nevertheless. I mean, really, they are gray images, and they are being displayed. Time for celebration. I'm impressed. Okay. Let's see where this is called from. Great. Yeah. The outfatal or search. Okay, and that is because we are trying to do something to this object. Which object? This object. Sorted bindings and flags. But that's again a member of a certain object. And I think the problem is that that object should have been cleared, because I don't believe that otherwise it would have been inserted twice. With a with a negative value here means that it's an unbounded array. Up. So this is set layout. That would be that set layout. Let's have a look in the source code. Auto set layout find if So the reason that it exists already perhaps might be because whatever we are finding in wasn't erased. That would be this one. And this is the pipeline factory, and it is using this container, and that container does not have a usage detector around it. Why the hell not? Okay, and apparently here I'm adding debug names like right in the middle of the source here. It is where it is declared. There's a lot of other stuff actually that is not being tracked. Or a lot. See another vector here and another vector here. I think I only was tracking the standard maps. So if you use standard vector, we have one more here. No, are those important? See, I just took care of that actually. This is yeah, I might as well wrap these as well. Resource base required shader resource list. I think I'll add tracking when I need it. See if this compiles. Ignoring my Control C. Cannot convert AI thread save wrapper WAT right access type aka to const thread save wrapper right access type reference. Okay, the uses detector here. Got in the middle. I guess I'll just jump here and then see whether uses detector is being used and where it isn't. So this thing now has a uses detector. Use two of them. This one does. Pipeline factory. This is pipeline factory. So that's the one that does have it. I guess then same types as, yeah, so I should add it here as well. And well, maybe that already fixed it. Realize pipeline layout on the logical device. That's using sorted descriptor set layouts type from maybe logical device. Yep. Okay, so that was it. It's not Christmas yet, is it? It's the day before, the night before Christmas. Maybe it's called Christmas Eve, and I'm not sure. Could be possible, but hey. Koa, tomorrow I'm even having a special stream, a Christmas stream. So no taking breaks here. No. And now it's saying that it doesn't know that thing. Yeah, it is Christmas Eve now. Oh, okay. The Vulkan engine is not doing anything yet, just not compiling and stuff. That's what it does. Why am I adding that to usage detector? Where was this error? Previous error. I have to add it here. Insane. Plus, it has to be CWDS. Usage detector.h. No, I don't think it's Christmas. Tomorrow is first Christmas day. So normally I start counting at 0. It's not Christmas until tomorrow. Oh, there's a bloody error here. What does that make a difference? Christmas starts at the 25th of December. Don't tell me that it is Japan. Yeah, right. Okay, Professor, how late is it where you are? Is it 25th of December where you are? Because the Christmas special that I'm gonna do is tomorrow. Not today. Okay, completely got lost again. What was I doing? Trying to compile here, and that didn't work because I don't think that makes sense. Or does it? Maybe it doesn't work because this does not have it. Is that an existing concept? Concept three-way comparable. I want to click on that. Totally not good. Mm-hmm. Right, and how again do I add a concept to something like this? I need something like that. How do I add that? No idea, man. Requires. Template, blah blah, requires and stuff. Okay. Accepted. Required. Requires. It was requires. Requires and then it uses parentheses, or maybe that's not really necessary. Another example here. Definitions of. Guess I'll just try it. Gonna use that? No, that's it cannot be right. I'll try it like this. Nope. Yeah, thank you, Dank. So, what are you doing here? And Koa, you too. What are you doing here? Stop watching YouTube on Christmas Eve. It's a bunch of weird people telling me I shouldn't code while they are watching YouTube. And what should I do then? Sit alone on my couch? Yeah, nothing to do. Sitting all alone here on Christmas Eve. Can't turn on my computer because it's Christmas Eve. Sucks. I have a better idea. I'm going to get something to drink. Okay. I have this. Het is, staat erop, vers geperste smoothie. Met yoghurt, peer, aardbei, frambozen en avocado. It's kind of a yogurt-based smoothie. I can't wait for tomorrow. I really, really want to do this college conjecture thing. It's been a long week, as it were. Yeah, well, tomorrow, finally the day. Yeah, this sucks. This is where sucking. I added a concept and instantly something doesn't have a less than anymore. Or did I just add that for this vector? So it's still new. useless. Okay then, so the actual error, the first error is that in utils pair compare, an instantiation of a boolean utils pair compare first, compare second, compare with first is debug usage detector, standard vector, vulkan descriptor set layout. Vector second is yeah, that's wrong. Why? Set layout second. Bing. I'm trying to emplace, calling try emplace, on pipeline layouts underscore W, which is created, I guess, there, from a pipeline layout underscore R, which was created here, and the pipeline layout type is a wrapper around standard map, which is also not what the hell. Oh, this logical device, yeah, that's okay. But it's a map of pipeline layouts container type, which is a standard pair of sort of descriptor set layout container type, which I just changed. It's not easy, I guess. Okay, what is worse than coding on Christmas Eve? Going around C++ YouTube channels saying Rust is awesome. On Christmas Eve, eh? I mean, really. I think the problem might be with this set layout compare here. Not comparing set layouts, but I'm no longer having set layouts. I'm having, oh wait, this is a uses detector now. Sorry, uses detector of a vector, so I wouldn't, anything inside a vector shouldn't be changing, should it? Hello, what crow frums and X-bolt. Yeah, this is the problem. Pair compare only has support for vectors, and not for usage detector vectors. Ooh. X-bolt. Yeah, I'm not using a compiler, I'm using an editor. What do you mean that the errors that I showed? That is G++, I think. Well, I'm afraid that this is going over my head. This is highly annoying, I have to say. Okay, maybe I should make a specialization for pair compare, so at least I don't have to mess with this here. Hmm. Okay, I'll include pair compare here. And then see if we can solve this by adding a specialization for pair compare. Where the types, no. First of all, I'm in the wrong namespace. Holy, that's called a spaceship operator. It's new since C++20. It returns -1 or something like that. No, it returns something undefined, so that you have to use auto. But probably it's returning something that has three values. So if you just pass left hand side, right hand side. If left hand side is less than, it returns say -1. If they are equal, it returns 0. And if it is larger, it returns 1. So it's not a boolean, but something with three values. And then you can implement all the other operators like less than and larger than and less or equal and larger or equal and unequal. They can all be implemented on top of the spaceship operator. I don't think a specialization really works. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. We comment this out, and the problem should go away. Or do I see that wrong? So descriptor set layout container. Yeah, that's that thing here. Just nope, not going away. Right. What was I doing? We were at this assert. I know I added something. Yeah. Sorted bindings and flags insert. Set layout insert. Descriptors. Okay, so this is the first preprocess call, preprocessing the vertex shader. And it's not even printing any usage. Doesn't say much, I guess, but and then I do next, and this is the this is the vertex shader. What the hell is going on here? It's next on, yeah, never mind. And I did next, it did just one line, this line here, which didn't do anything, and at the same time threads are running anyway, so yeah, they don't use anything of importance. But now we are calling the preprocess. That's like the next line then. I lost it again, of course. Here, now I do actually preprocess. And then there is a usage of stage declaration context. Square bracket operator, I guess. Nine system, this is a debug output, not C++ code. Unless we have a 10-minute delay again between the chat and the video. See, entering, Yeah. I don't know, man. Next. Now we are doing the preprocess of the what is it called? Set, I think. Scheduler looking step. Do I write that wrong? Scheduler. No. Scheduler? Why didn't you say so? No, I don't get mad. If I get mad, then I usually ignore people. So I mean, I haven't been mad at all on the stream. And I think that long before I would get mad, I would already have kicked someone. But the only reason I would get mad is when they start fluting. So, but I can kick, so they flute and I kick, and I'm still not mad. And of course, people do not flute and still try to make me mad. I'm not ignoring you. Then they would be trying to insult me and or my code and stuff, trying to get me mad. I would consider that trolling, and that's also not nice. So I would probably also, put them in timeout or something. before I got mad. Then you have to say several really nasty things, and then it's obvious that the only reason you're saying it is in order to try to get me mad. And I think that's disruptive to the chat, so I would just put people in timeout. I don't think. I'm trying to think of something what would make me really mad. It has to be instant, like reading it and then instantly get really mad. The last time I got really mad was at my neighbor. She had, I had been working on my, what is it called? I don't know. At the back of my garden, so not between her garden and my garden, no. At the back of my garden, and then there's nothing behind it, just a small path. There is a fence, and I had been busy for 2 hours weaving those plants that we call them klimop. So they usually they can cover a large area of a wall or something. And I had been weaving it through the back fence for 2 hours. It was growing all over my garden, and I just plucked up all the 4 meter long branches of this plant, and then weave them all through my back fence. And then I went to his shop. An hour or at most later, I came back, and she had completely ripped everything off. So it was completely gone. Nothing was visible anymore. So all my weaving was for nothing. Plus, it was broken. Yeah, vines. Yeah, and she had damaged it. And just ripped everything off. I mean, the thing even died afterwards. A few months later, it was dead because all these branches were gone. But I only suspected that she was doing it, so I went to the front door and I rang the bell and I explained, well, I've been weaving that for 2 hours, and then I went away and I came back and it was all gone. I said, really relaxed. And then she said, yeah, I did that. Oh my God, yeah. Then I was instantly mad, like really, really mad. I mean, shouted in her face that this is never going to be all right between us again, ever. And then I have ignored her for 2 years, and now I'm friendly again. I still don't like her, but every time I see her, I smile and I greet her. But it took 2 years. 2 full years before I could smile again. And it did help that she, left me alone ever since. No more hassle or problems from her. So I think it's about time that I started to be friendly again, I thought. Don't mess with my garden. No, it was not correct of me to become that mad. But sometimes, if you really become mad, then you can't help it. It happens to me in certain circumstances. Not a lot, and I'm not dangerous. I mean, I really try hard, and I think I succeed to never, even when I am at the top of my madness, I do not say anything hurtful. I don't start I don't start calling names, or, I didn't call her a bitch or wish that she were dead or anything like that. Anything that comes out of my mouth is facts and sensible, rational, correct things, even when I'm mad. And I don't do that because I want to I don't know, get into heaven, but because it makes your own life a lot easier. If it's especially words that hurt. Especially words. If you say something, you cannot take it back. So always thinking about the future. I never say anything that is, out of anger-ish. I think it was another example also with a neighbor. Not the other neighbor, but a neighbor even one house further. He was parking a lot to my side, forcing the car of my neighbor in front of my house, which then blinded me because I'm sitting facing the window and the sun was shining in the car's window, and okay, it just bothered me. So when I saw him, I went outside and I think I was friendly. I said, hello, well, whatever his name was. Why are you parking so far to the left instead of in front of your house? And he was from the beginning. I mean, okay, maybe I should have. I'm not very socially skilled, so maybe I should have approached it even differently. But he was definitely, in the defense from the very start. He was not like friendly or anything. He was, I park where I want. So yeah, and then I started, trying to reason with him. So I asked why. I just asked why, and then he came with an argument that was wrong. Namely, he did not want to park in front of the opening between the hedge that was there, but he was so far to the left that he was for that opening. So exactly the opposite. So I pointed it out. He said, okay, if you want to leave this opening free, then as you can see, you are too far to the left. You are 20 centimeters in front of the opening. And then he just got mad, and at some point he said to me, he just flapped it out. He said, why don't you go back to Amsterdam? Then you have more room. So I shut my mouth, I turned around and I went inside. And from that moment on, it's clear to me what he thinks of me. I've lived a long time in Amsterdam, and 4 years ago I came to live here, which is, 150 kilometers from Amsterdam. And it's words. That is what hurts. What he said there. Why don't you go back to Amsterdam? That he should never have said that. And that is an example of what I mean. Words hurt more than anything else. So yeah, now it's his turn to be ignored and never talked to and never greeted. Because I'm like, okay, you're not a part of my life anymore. You think about me like that. Yes, Buzz Bunny. I think there's a huge delay again. Let me test this. So I'm typing, I hit return now, and I'm going to hit it. 3, 2, 1, now. And the question is, how long is the delay? Is it in terms of seconds, or is it horribly long? Yeah, Post Bunny, I know. I mean, I am autistic. I'm not good with people. I have almost no experience with social things like that. Difficult people, I call them difficult. It's the normal people. They are difficult in my eyes. Holy shit, that was a long delay, man. That's really long delay. Oh, 7 seconds. Nah, 7 seconds is doable. It's often like 10 seconds. Okay, I think I'll stop the stream because it's 10:30. You are? Merry Christmas, Paranav. It's still 1.5 hours to go before this Christmas here. Yeah. Ah, great. Well, maybe I should have done that as well. There's a lot to learn indeed. It's a skill. Definitely a skill. But I also think that, it has never really interested me that much, and I just don't have many friends in the first place. I never had a job where I had to, keep colleagues and bosses happy and stuff like that. So my experience is more like a 12-year-old when it comes to keeping people socially happy during some interaction. Because, I don't know. I just think it's all stupid. People should just be honest and open and clear and say what is on their mind and say what I really want. And people that don't say what is on their mind, they think all kinds of things, but they don't say it. And they think things, but they don't ask if they are true. And God knows what all those neurotypical people do. It's like, makes me crazy, and I think it's stupid. So it didn't really interest me. So yeah, I sit behind my computer and so much that I have not a lot of experience, so to say. By the way, on the other hand, now I'm old, so I have pretty much experience. I have some experience. Maybe I have more experience by now than, say, someone of 20. Maybe someone in chat is 20, and I would still have more experience with social interactions and them by now. But yeah, when I was when I was 30 a little bit, I did work. And then I had a very, very understanding boss. He was just plain interested in me. And so through him I heard, things like that other people had maybe not a problem, but didn't understand why I was acting in certain ways. And then I just didn't understand it. Just, what is their problem? How do you call that? Secretaresse in English. I shut down Wi-Fi. What do you mean? What a foundation? What do you mean? It's not a question. Oh. No, Post Bunny, since I was 26, I discovered Word semantic translation. That has helped me a lot. A lot. That was a discovery of the lifetime. And I started to apply that. So before that age, I thought that words were words and they just meant what they meant. And it didn't occur to me that people would say things that and then mean something else. Something like that was a difficulty. I took questions too literally, I guess, or just any communications. But at that age, I read the book The World of Null A, I think, by van Vogt, I think, might be even Dutch guy, I don't know. And there was a lot about semantics and semantic translation even. And I started to apply that because subconsciously I did understand what people meant. Let's say someone would say something sarcastic to me, I would definitely know that it was sarcasm. And on more subtle things as well. And to say someone asks me something that I could not answer. There was no answer. Since then I did was whenever someone asked a question, I translated it in my head into what I thought they really meant. You know, them being stupid, right? Them not asking what they really wanted to ask. I made in my head a translation to the correct question or remark or whatever they meant. And then I answered that. And that worked. It worked flawlessly. Perfect. I just couldn't answer. The only thing I still cannot answer is the question, how are you? I never learned that. I know there's just one answer, and that's I'm good. But I refuse to say that because I don't feel good, and I think it doesn't make sense grammatically in any way. How are you? What do you mean, how am I? You mean, I am, but how? Plus, it's the real meaning behind it. If I apply semantic translation to the question, how are you? The translation is, I have no idea what I have to say or what I should say. So I blurt out the standard question. There is no answer to that. So why would I answer? I mean, rationally I understand, because in the meantime, I have enough experience with the fact that if you don't answer, then people get so confused, they get literally stuck. They cannot open a conversation without the beginning, how are you, I'm good, or how are you, I'm good, how are you? If you don't start like that, they are the autistic person who doesn't know any social skills. There is no follow-up then. People are like, oh, what happened? He didn't answer the right way. But yeah, I just can't. So if it is really, really, really important to continue a conversation, I say I'm fine. I can get that out of my throat. But usually I would say something like, yes. How are you? Yes. I mean, just, come on, man. Just don't ask. You don't mean it. When it is a social worker who is professionally should be interested or know how to treat me, and they ask, how are you? Then I would say, do you really want to know? Because the answer is like an hour long of, complaining. And then you get to hear, either they are skillful enough to change the subject, or they say, yes, I'm genuinely interested. Yeah, well. Yeah, well, then stop asking Min how he is. If he's like me, then you should ask what he's doing instead. Well, that works on the internet anyway. So I have friends on the internet, and they sent me a private message. Open with, hi, what are you doing? That question makes sense. Yeah, and I stopped coding. Well, I said I was going to stop anyway, so... Is that what your brother says? Leave me alone? I think you ruined the relationship already. My guess is you talk too much to him and he wants silence. Try not saying anything to him. Just be there, you know, in real life. You could just be there and say nothing. Although I guess you would not be able to. But I think, you know, if you did that, he might start being more relaxed around you. My guess is he just doesn't like it that you talk non-stop, which is my guess. No, not make him mad. Yeah, so I guess right. Yeah, on the other hand, as you know, I'm half a psychologist, helping kids with psychological problems. But maybe that's, well, those were the highly gifted kids. So I don't know, maybe I'm not autistic. Maybe I'm just, you know, right in my mind and see through the nonsense of this normal social interaction. And other people cannot deal with that. Okay, yeah. Let's. I'll see you tomorrow at. Wait. I have to do my announcement once more. Or are there only regulars left that already know this? There's the announcement. Yeah. So tomorrow, 1800 UTC. I'll start a Christmas stream. Chocolate. Is this chocolate? It's orange. Well, anyway. I'll start a Christmas stream with Christmas music and hot chocolate milk. I did buy it today. And maybe somewhere during the stream I'll say, okay, we'll take a break. Everyone gets 5 minutes to get their hot chocolate. So we can all drink it together. And of course, during the stream, I'm doing C++. That has in relation writing from scratch with extreme detailed explanation. And so everyone can follow it, I hope. If you are on time, otherwise it might be a problem. Oh, that's yeah, be on time. And I'll prove the college conjecture. So definitely do not appear unless, where's the thing? Unless you first watched this, because you need to be a little bit up to date with, where's the college conjecture? I think this is the best one to watch. So that's what we're going to do. Waste our time with the most dangerous mathematics. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow then at 1800 UTC, which is in... Now I have to calculate that. It's now 22:42, and then at 1900 of that, I mean, that's my time, I will be here. So that is in a little bit more than 20 hours from now. Do we see that correctly? Yeah, 20 hours and 18 minutes. And Daniel, you will be here too. No, please stay away because you are so rude, saying that it is Christmas Day, bro. This is especially for all the lonely people like me, who are otherwise sitting alone during Christmas. We're going all together. I expect at least 40 people. And we're going together, enjoy Christmas music and being together. That's the most important thing, of course. Colors conjectures just to have something to watch, which is super interesting. I can't wait until it's tomorrow and I can finally start with it. So I'll see you then. Or actually, yeah, it's gonna be then, because during the day I am going to visit my parents actually and see my brother. So I won't be back until then.